Assalamu alaikum. Hello. Bonjour. According to the American Psychiatric Association's Healthy Minds poll in 2003, 89% reported that showing someone else an act of kindness made them feel either significantly, somewhat, or a little better, and 90% said receiving an act of kindness made them feel those ways. This can be as simple as a kind word. As a teacher, I've witnessed the impact our words have on our students. They can be in kindergarten, middle school, high school, university, child or adult. Our words matter. Our capacity to be kind, to be empathetic, matters. So, I came to teaching as a second career. After I'd spent time in Morocco, I decided I liked teaching English. I liked helping others learn. So I joined a program that sounded amazing. They help you learn to be a teacher in 1 year. It was supposed to be secondary. Well, they changed it to primary about 2 months before I went. I thought, okay, I can do this. I moved to Nashville. I do this program. The entire time I'm told how terrible I am, how bad I am, everything that I'm doing wrong. No one said a kind word. Nobody gave me any positive feedback or any advice on how to become better. So I believed them. I thought, oh, I'm teaching kindergarten. It wasn't my first choice. I must be terrible. They're right. So I quit. Well, 5 years later, I decided I really wanted to be a teacher, and I decided to try again. This time, I chose a university program. I had professors of all backgrounds, all knowledge, and I was in a very difficult school. I was in middle school, and everyone was so much more helpful. When they gave me negative feedback, they also gave me advice. They gave me encouragement. They let me know that it's difficult, it's hard, you just need to keep going. And so this second experience allowed me to continue. I have been teaching for over 8 years now, middle school, high school, university. And what I've discovered is so many students, I was told not to smile until December. I'm told not to be nice. I'm told to be mean, or some variation. It's become common for us to associate kindness with weakness. But those two concepts are not mutually exclusive. We can be kind and strict. We can be kind and not a pushover. We can be kind and strong. Just as someone who's mean can be weak. Students know who is genuine and who is fake. Students know who care, and students know who don't. And so we've all experienced that teacher, the one who never smiles, the one you can never be enough, do enough. Now, think of that teacher. Put them in your mind. How did they make you feel? Do you remember the subject that they taught? Did you enjoy that subject?
Yes.
Well, I've had many teachers over the years that fit both categories. So thinking of those negative experiences, the first teacher that comes to my mind is my pre-calculus teacher. Until that point, I loved math. I would do math for fun. But that teacher, no matter what I did, it wasn't enough. Nothing I did was good enough. He didn't give any kind words, no encouragement. So I quit. I decided no more math. When I was in college, I decided to go for business. I had an economics teacher. I fell asleep every day. And he didn't care. He never tried to wake me up. He never tried to talk to me. He just kept talking. He kept teaching. My educational foundations teacher, when I went to graduate school, we had to memorize every single little detail. And she would deduct points for every little thing that we did wrong. And again, not any kindness. She didn't give us encouragement. She would just continually say we weren't doing enough, we need to do more. but not how, not giving us help. Now, I could have let those teachers win. I could have stopped trying. I could have changed course. I could believe them, and I did. And many students do. They let those negative experiences redirect their lives. As teachers, we are in a position of power. Our comments, our words matter. They carry an immense weight, and they hold more power than we often realize. Now, think of your positive teachers, those that you really enjoyed, that to this day you want to tell them how much you enjoyed their class. How did they make you feel? Do you remember the subject they taught? Was it something you already liked? Sometimes we can have a teacher of a subject we thought we hated, but because that teacher showed interest, made it fun, recognized us, we began to enjoy that subject. Right? Yes. Now, positive influences. I still remember my 5th grade teacher, Mr. Crandall. We were in a portable because our school was growing, and he would teach us science. But I don't remember all the science that I learned. But what I do remember is he made it fun. We did one where we would bake cookies, and depending on how the ingredients and how we measured them, it affected the way they turned out. If we did really well in class, one of our rewards was to play Oregon Trail on the old green computer. I remember that. I loved it. And I still remember he was kind and calm, never raised his voice, he never got angry with us. Same is true of my 6th grade teacher. She made learning history fun. We got to do projects that really showed our creativity. We got to do things more than just write papers. We did that too. But I liked that we got to do things that also, for those of us who were creative, we got to show that. My middle school government teacher, hilarious, so funny. He used humor. But again, he was kind. He never raised his voice. I also literature, my writing teachers, French teachers, every teacher that comes to mind, graduate, undergrad, high school, elementary. The common theme is they were kind. I'm glad that I decided to return to teaching. I took a different path that introduced me to so many amazing, kind, and genuine professors that helped to guide me. I'm still in touch with them. I still talk to them. I often ask students, who was your favorite teacher? And one thing that they always have in common, it was the one that made them have fun, the one that was kind, the one that encouraged them, especially when other teachers may have written them off. I still remember one of my middle schools that I worked at, several years. I had 2 students with learning disabilities. And many of the other teachers had told me they're never going to exit. They're never going to pass the test. Their reading and writing are too low. Well, I had them for 2 years. And yes, they struggled with reading and writing. One had severe dyslexia. But their oral and their spoken English were fantastic. These students were highly intelligent. They were capable. Their English was perfect. They had higher vocabulary than some of my colleagues. And so with them, I decided we're going to focus on your strengths. And by focusing on their strengths, we improved their reading. We improved their writing. And as a result, one of them got the highest score you can get on the spoken component. I have never had a student get the highest score. And as a result, they received the overall score they needed to exit the program. They exited ESL.